This is going to be another one of those, can I fit through the gap? And the difficult thing about this is the pickup arm on the trailer sticks out when it's got more than one bale, or one or more bales in it. When you empty it, the pickup arm sticks straight up, and so it's not so much of an impediment. Okay, you can come. Yep, that is what, 64,000 litres of straw. Which is a nice big number, and no, it's more, 264,000. Is that what I said? 264,000 litres of straw. That is a good margin for having it all, emergency cow supplies. Okay, fold that up. Turn that off, and the baler is there. We will. Well, you have a worker. You don't need a worker anymore. We're just going to grab what's left over. And as I said, we'll just get this all lined up, ready to leave the field, drop off what needs to be dropped off where it needs to be dropped, and we can just bring back the grain cart and leave the baling stuff down at our farm again. I should turn the baler off when I'm just trucking through the field with no straw on the ground. Let's lift the pickup head thing. Bit. That's that bit. I think the only bit that the worker had a big problem with was the dog leg. Obviously, turning around at the end of the rows is sometimes a difficult thing to follow, but for the most part it's places like here where the harvester, when you turn the harvester, the back end of the harvester swings out because that's where the steering is, while the baler is going to follow the center of the harvester and is going to cut in early. Again. Much better. So how are we doing? We've got almost 2,000 litres of straw over and above. Which, not too shabby. 18,000 litres in the grain cart, and I believe that particular delivery needed something 24. So I'm going to try and finagle exactly what we need to deliver for the contract on this field, and then all of the rest of the grain will ship to the mill and claim the other wheat fields that we've already completed. Okay, lift, turn off. I think I'm okay to follow the bale trailer with this, so I'm going to stop there. You're good. You're engaged. You're full. Stick this following the Massey. Turn off the harvester. Obviously the harvester still has about 5,000 litres of hay inside it. And you're good. Harvester, disengage. Land Rover. The Land Rover I can now manoeuvre into this field because we've got room. And engine on. Let's go. Oh, struggle. Okay, with the Land Rover out of the way, I don't have to worry about anybody ramming into it, because that was a little bit awkward at the entrance to the field. So basically we'll drive down to our yard, we'll get into our yard, and I'll just park up this and the baler, and we'll take the John Deere on to wherever the wheat needs to go, and frankly I'm not sure what area that is. Oops, can't get out that way. That's okay. John Deere's not keeping up well. Obviously the Massey is, because it's got zero weight behind it. Cameo, yes, Cameo L. Good day. Oh, did I not put the sprayer away? And how? Well, how did your Christmas go? And are you looking forward to your New Year's celebrations? Oops, a little bit jittery this. Probably help if I had big tyres on it, I must admit. Okay, this I'm going to park over here. And this guy, I'm going to take over and drive this way. We got more boxes of tomatoes? I don't know. I'll park this over here. And then, oh, he's already arrived. Helper off. This guy, oh, where are we going? I don't know. Contracts. Wheat goes to the farmer's market. Yeah, that's the grain mill, that's the farmer's market. Okay, that's good. So I'm going there with all of this. Yeah, the one disconcerting that I'm still not getting used to it is I can't put my cursor here and roll the wheel. It's not in the detection area. You've got to pick a blue icon here and then the wheel will scroll properly. I keep moving to the edge, and the same is true over here. There's no live area on the map until you sort of come into here, and then you can start dragging the map around. But if you go to there, this whole panel on the right here is not active as far as the map is concerned. we're okay. There was a story earlier, and if you want to hear that, check out YouTube. How long have we been going here? I mean, obviously this... Oh, I should not read chat and drive. How about that? Yeah, I briefly outlined issues that happened for us over Christmas, and if you want to hear them, you will need to check up on the YouTube channel. The videos for today will be dropping on the 1st, 2nd... No, we already did the 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. 5th, 6th, 7th, and maybe longer. But we're planning a quiet, well, at least a quiet night for the adults here. Teenage Osa is going to be with the teenagers at church on an all-nighter, which we don't have to go and pick them up from, because they're just going to do the all-nighter and then go straight into the church service tomorrow morning. So I think they're planning laser tag bowling, there might be some skating, going to a gym and playing basketball and doing various gym stuff. So church might be a little bit ripe tomorrow morning, shall we say? Because yes, because of that. But yeah, unfortunately we can't really spend time with family, because obviously my family don't live around here, and Mrs. Osa's family is from Ohio, eastern side, and we live in the middle of Michigan, so that's kind of a long trip. Although my maternal grandmother is as old as the Queen was, and similar health, so she's probably not long for these parts either. But there's all the travel hassles and everything else, so I'm not sure I'm going to even make her funeral. Because people like to have, you know, if you're going to travel internationally, people like you to have been involved in some needlework in the past. And so that might preclude me from travelling anywhere. Okay, we are contract 60%, 72% transported. That's fine. I can head back to the field. I'll unload the harvester anyway. I think I might do a cut through here, because why not? Oh, come on, seriously. Trees. Actually, I don't know that that was the trees. I think that might have been the hedge. So this field, field 5 is probably up for harvesting. Field 26 is also probably up for harvesting. And again, is quite convenient to most of the delivery points. It's not particularly convenient to where our equipment is at the moment. Now I'm doing, oh crikey, I'm doing 6 fairly small contracts, but they're all very close together. Top of the map, close to the farm. So once we've finished them, we could put our equipment into the arable yard in preparation for August harvest of our northern 2 fields. But that's not going to have, they're not going to be ready till August. If I so choose, based on my Let's Play rules, we do have much of the afternoon to do more contracts if I wanted to, but I think I'm at the point where 6 harvesting contracts and 3 cultivating contracts, probably sufficient external work for us to do for now. And I'll move on to July 3, do the perishable sales, obviously check store, see if there's anything nice in the sales, and then we'll get to August 1 and start looking at the next round of harvesting on our farm. I expect that field on the left to be ready to go. And then yeah. Where are we? I want to turn right here. There's quite a lot of woodland up here at the top, which I could consider buying some of that land. Not sure how much we'll make on it. I know I watched a YouTube video of a YouTuber I don't usually watch, so he's not on my my radar. But he did do what's the best wood to cut and sell on the Silver Run Forest map. And so he did, I think, all of the new pines except the sequoia. And then the older trees as well, base game trees. And finished it up with American spruce. Oh, let's not try and guess. Let's tree saplings. American elm. So we cut down American elm, which is quite a big tree, and oak. And it turned out that for weight, I think for money, oak was the best wood. And for weight, American elm was the best wood. Flip those two for second place in both of those categories. But obviously the issue there is you can't use a harvester to cut down oak or elm. You can use a harvester on all the spruce and fir trees and all the rest of it. So easiness, I think it was lodgepole pine, I think was the easiest harvestable wood that was both good for value and not weight, litres. So if you're trying to use your wood in productions, then you want the most litres, and if you just want to sell your wood, you want the most money. But if you can be bothered to chop up an oak tree, it's the better tree to do for logging. But yeah, it's a pain in the butt because you can't use a harvester. You have to use a chainsaw and chop it into bits, and it doesn't sit too well on the tree cart. Let's do the forward driving. That would be the plan. Okay, come on, go. But anyway, so wood is a thing we can do over winter. Obviously, middle of July, it's a little bit early to be talking about buying fields full of trees and chopping them up. I could buy fields which you can plant crops in that happen to have a plot of trees adjacent. This map doesn't have a lot of that going on for it. You know, if there are trees attached to a field, it tends to be, you know, they're actually separate plots of land. Like, you know, the one we bought opposite our yard, you're looking at, there were two plots. One was arable, the other one was trees, and that caused us an issue when we chopped down the trees and ploughed the ground there to make our field bigger. The field does not work on, or you can't do things on the field with Easy Developer Toolkit or the geologist to do the dirt analysis. So it's a little bit tricky in that case, but yeah, it's like along the top. I think originally, I don't recall version 1 of the map, but I'm fairly certain that some of the fields up here included the trees around them. But now you can buy the field with a little block of trees there, or you can buy all of those trees. So buying all of those trees is 160,000. It's a good value at the moment. But it would give us the opportunity to possibly buy a harvester and actually do some serious logging with that. But yeah, depends how we feel about all those things. I think that the field we just harvested might be a better availability. Yeah, see, that field contains a couple of trees in the corner there. So we could not drive into the trees here. How about that? We could buy that field, and then that's an arable field we can grow stuff in, plus it has a few trees we can chop down over winter and supplement our income over the quiet months of the year when we don't have income, and it's really good to have some sometimes. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Our farm will always have income because cows are awesome. And we have tomatoes and we have bread. So, yeah, I don't think there's an issue with us having, what am I trying to say? When I played a couple of starts in Farming Simulator 22, obviously Elm Creek, and one of the things I noticed when I did that was the farm was either massive income or nothing. And so it does help to have, you know, productions helps because unless you're sitting on the production until it's at best value, we're saying most of the productions are perishable goods, so you can't leave them sitting out in the sun for 6 months waiting for the best price. So we're selling our productions as they're produced. We're not making the best price, but because because my rule is you've got to sell all the things once per month, it does mean we have a monthly income distributed from all of our productions, and that's kind of keeping the farm afloat. Whereas if we were just relying on our arable crops, you're sitting with no income and then lots of income in January or lots of income in December, but then you go back to, and now we sit on no income for the next 12 months. And that can be a strain on a farm, especially if a good sale comes up in the store, you can't buy it because you've got no income. or you can borrow money to buy it, but now you have a monthly outgoing on loan payments. Farm building maintenance is a monthly thing, so you need to have something to cover it. And so if you're waiting until December to create a huge amount of money, you've then got to guess how much you're going to eat up over the course of the next year and make sure you save that. And then anything else excess, you can then say, well, you know what, I think I'll buy a field or whatever. It's a similar game to feeding our cows. Do I have enough silage? Do I have enough hay? Do I have enough straw? And this is the point in the year, the only point in the year I can make straw for free. So I need to make sure that I have enough straw either in the barn now or in ready bales, so that I don't have to worry about, well, darn, I don't have what I need for the next year. Okay, this is where we have to plan ahead. Excuse me while I look this up. Okay, we need 6,600. I have 5,400. So, this is going to be a little bit interesting. 6,600, you say? Okay, let's go drive. Not enough. Need 400 more. Go. And we got 200 too much, but that's fine. Okay, that needs delivered to the farmer's market. Fold that in. Turn that on and go. So anyway, so that's okay. That's enough wheat to complete the harvest for the delivery requirement for this field. We still have 7,700. I think we need to deliver another 4,000 for the previous wheat field, which is going to the grain mill, and then everything left over at that point is grain